Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh. We start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on. And it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I named the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, and then he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline and the Sears Tower. It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston D.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons' defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
Paxson passes to Grant. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Edwards. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. And the Bulls ratcheting up the defense a little tighter now. Mike Fratello finishing with force. Whoa!
Shook that building all the way up. Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
Thomas passes to Edwards. Over Cartwright. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Thomas.
You know, if the defense is going to give him the mid-range jump shot, he's going to take it all game long. Doing a nice job keeping things simple.
Well, the defense must guard him better than that, especially when he's operating around the mid-range area.
So it's Chicago now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Chalk up 2 there. Jordan's got 6.
The mid-range is more or less wide open for Jordan. It's a go-to scoring area for him.
Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. Here's Chicago. Paxson kicks to Pippen. Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Good determination there to fight through the contact. Anticipating the blow is really the best strategy against the Pistons because you know they're bringing the wood.
Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight.
Team foul.
The blend of athleticism and scoring prowess Jordan possesses is insane. He's capable of destroying teams all by himself.
And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. The Bulls leading by 3. Jordan outside. Outside for Pippen. He tries for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
Scottie Pippen, a dependable shooter from here now. Like how he gets his feet set first. That's fundamental, but essential.
Detroit with the ball. Outside Dumars. The pass to Lambier. Inside, here's Thomas. Again, the Pistons score.
And when you're guarding him, you've got to fight over the top.
Lock and trail around the screen and deny the perimeter shot.
Grant outside. Back to Paxson. Bulls moving the ball around. And they double up Jordan. Pass to Paxson. Now here's Pippen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get a shot off. Jordan's shot is off.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series.
Now here's Rodman. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. It's Thomas outside. The rebound by Cartwright.
Boy, they got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he's an incredible three-point shooter. So you are ecstatic anytime it doesn't go in. And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Dumars. Pass to Thomas. Back to Dumars. Down low. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, Dumars does such a really good job sharing the rock. A willing passer.
Here's Jordan. 9 points in the game so far. To the left wing. Back to Paxson. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Cartwright. Comes up empty down low. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. Pistons trail by 4.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
On the floor for Detroit, Dumars is out there with Thomas. Then there's Aguirre. Then it's Edwards. And it's Sally in at the 4 spot. Aguirre, no good. And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Now here's Jordan. Isaiah Thomas missing his last shot. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Outside Dumars. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hey, Clark, remember in game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up. Attacking the paint that time, unfazed by the bigger defender.
Touch, angles, whatever it takes to elude the shot blocker.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Pistons. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Pass to Aguirre. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Aguirre's got his first bucket of the night.
You take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
And then Jordan slams it in.
This is why so many love watching Jordan play. Such an explosive dunker.
Pistons trail by 8. And a look at the 2 stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
Now, here is Aguirre. Rocket 2, got a piece of it. Stolen by Pippen. All going up court. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, really good vision, very unselfish. That's why you run offense through Scottie Pippen.
Now Thomas. Mike looking at this Pistons offense. The pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Now the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to the last game.
Here's Jordan after the basket by Detroit. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Lighting it up, Michael on one tonight.
1:43 left in the first half. It's Thomas on the wing. Guarded by Paxson. Wing shot on the way. And it will go. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Thomas.
So many different tricks up his sleeve. Makes him a tough matchup.
Paxson passes to Jordan. Outside for Pippen. Michael Jordan on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
So clever with the floater. Man, does Jordan know how to torture defenses.
1:04 left in the second quarter. Thomas deciding where to go with it. The pass to Aguirre. Back to Thomas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
So for the Pistons, and Beers checked in for Edwards. Rodman comes in for Aguirre. And it's Johnson in for Dumars.
The perfect leader. Isaiah Thomas runs the show at the point, but he also leads the way in the locker room.
Now here's Jordan. 19 points in the game. For 3, Paxson. Rebounded by Lambier. Pistons trail by 8. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And then Sally with the dunk.
Boy, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
Jordan inside. Johnson's there. Jordan the pass to Paxson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Thomas against Paxson. And there's another one for the Pistons.
With his first-rate handles, Thomas keeps the defense on their heels. That's why it's so difficult to defend his pull-up jumpers.
Here's Jordan. Misses from close range. And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. Pistons trail by 7.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
Pippen is out there with Grant, and it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Paxson, and it's Cartwright in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Now here's Rodman. Dumars dishes to Rodman. Back to Dumars. 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Lambier. And it's good. 2 points. Lambier's got his first points of the game. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
Jordan. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 21 points for Michael Jordan.
The jump shot of Jordan is poetry in motion. It's fun watching him take and make J's.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Jordan against Dumars. Here's Thomas. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Paxson passes to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Back to Paxson from outside the arc. That shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. And catching up with both coaches, here's David.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, spoke with Phil Jackson. He said Detroit likes to play on the inexperience of our younger guys, and they come after us. We have to take care of the ball on the open floor. And in Detroit, Chuck Daly is concerned about an emotional burst out of Chicago in what feels like a do-or-die second half for the Bulls. Back to you guys.
Thanks, D.A. Yeah, going down, Mike, 3-zip in this series would effectively end it.
Detroit winning the regular season series 4-1. Many people are questioning whether Chicago can actually handle this team.
Now, here is Jordan. He's got 21. For 3, Pippen, offensive rebound. Cartwright gets the bucket.
Fighting to keep the play going, grabbing the board and sending it right back.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Kicks to Lambier. Rodman against Pippen. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And Dumars gets it to go.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Chicago leading by 5. Outside, Jordan. To the inside. Here's Cartwright. And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
Outstanding execution out of the 2-man game there. Jordan, such a skilled playmaker, and that's an area of his game that often gets overlooked.
Cartwright's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
Well, Thomas started off hot, but Clark, he's once again having a hard time finishing plays against the Chicago defense.
And, you know, Kevin, it looked as though he had figured things out in that first half, but since then, Zink has definitely cooled off.
A different look here for Detroit. Sally, he's checked in for Edwards. McGuire comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Johnson in for Joe Dumars. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Thomas gets the bucket.
Good work inside from Thomas. He has a knack for knowing how to cash in from this area.
Chicago leading by 7. Now here's Jordan. 23 points in the game, and they double up Jordan. For 3, Paxson. Back to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
I love when MJ finishes with strength, leaving no room for error with the slam.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for Detroit in the second half now. And, Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. Good work there as it goes.
Soft, puffy interior D, and they've exploited it.
Jordan down low. Lambier defending. Detroit with the rebound.
And the defense wasn't horrible, but still, he's got to come through there. There wasn't enough resistance to prevent him from scoring that one.
Back to Thomas. To the paint. Here's Sally. No good that time. Some solid defense from Grant. Paxson kicks to Jordan. Back to Paxson. Over Thomas. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Here we go, the fourth quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Here is Paxson.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Bill Lambier. Thomas is out there with Johnson. Then there's Aguirre. And it's Edwards in at the center, locking down the middle. Clock is at 3. The 9-foot shot doesn't go for him. And Detroit the other way now. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good. Dumars, he's checked in for Detroit. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
You know, late in the ball game is when the experience of the Pistons will start to show itself. They've been outstanding when it comes down to winning time.
And it's in there.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Throws it up high, and then Lambier with the dunk.
Get a body on Lambier. Can't allow that to happen.
Here is Paxson. Mike, you look at the Pistons and their experience. They gained so much last season, didn't they?
And the Bulls are getting that same learning opportunity this year. Having vets who have won it all matters. You can't fake experience.
Can't fake it at all.
Pistons foul. Aguirre. First personal foul. First team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Fades and shoots, and it's good off the back rim and in. Jordan's got 10 points in just the second half. And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
Now, here's Dumars. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defensive Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots.
And they double up Jordan. Bulls moving the ball around. Paxson outside. Grant sets a screen for Jordan. 6 to shoot. And Lambert pulls it down. Lambert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Dumars dishes to Lambert. Thomas against Paxson. Thomas inside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And sometimes Jordan's impossible to guard, which forces the D to foul him.
Free throw good, Jordan. The Pistons making a change here. Rodman's checked in. And both free throws good for Jordan.
Quite simply, he's automatic at the line.
Pistons trail by 8. Now a timeout called by Detroit. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. He's pretty much dictated the pace with the steady offense inside. And the timeout right now, probably going to be making some adjustments.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, Thomas. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Jordan. And the foul called on Edwards. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Noble effort to take the charge, but I don't think he was quite set there.
Yeah, you could see him still leaning just a bit. Tough foul to take.
Now, here's Jordan. For 3, Paxson. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got 5 assists tonight.
Such a savvy distributor. Jordan's court awareness and understanding for when his guys are open is impressive.
Dumars against Jordan. Dumars the pass to Thomas. The kick out to Dumars. 5 on the clock. Lambert with a screen on Jordan. Here's Dumars. Detroit, no good that time either.
He was all alone, just couldn't get it to go. And you hope that doesn't deter him from taking that shot in the future.
Grant sets a screen for Jordan. To the middle. Shakes him. And it's finished off by Grant as he lays it in. Grant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Detroit. Over Paxson. No good, unable to end this run.
Well, we've seen him make this shot often with no defensive coverage. He's got to be kicking himself he didn't make that one.
And the dunk by Grant.
And with this last run, they have shut the door on any chance of a comeback.
Shut the door, turned off the lights, and locked it up. Fantastic run for them to end the game.
Paxson against Thomas. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Edwards. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Good use of the bounce pass there to set up his teammate.
And, Coach, something you appreciate, the ball distribution has been terrific in this one.
Yeah, they've showed how efficient their offense can be when they're this unselfish.
Now, here's Jordan. And they double up Jordan. For three, Paxson. Grant kicks to Jordan. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Right side, Rodman. Like in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got, converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.
As they should. They don't want to let this series get tied up. Nobody wants to deal with the 3-game series against Michael Jordan. I'd expect them to bring it for Game 4.
I would too. For our terrific reporter David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.